Santa baby, can you make me laugh tonight? Way, welcome to Rascal Comedy. I'm your host, Jack Mack. Way, it's great to be here in my bedroom. I'm showing you my window, and it has bars on it because I don't think my landlord wants any of his tenants jumping out. So I just thought I'd show that. Looks like I'm in jail, doesn't it? It looks like my landlord has put the bars on my window so I don't leave, you know? I'm like imprisoned in my house. But yeah, no, I'm not, just to let you know. So we're a week from Christmas. We're nearly there. We're nearly at Christmas. Hope everyone's having a great Christmas time. I'm not. I'm in retail. I've made bad life decisions, and now I serve people who want to buy their family's crap. Cheap shit that they'll probably throw out as soon as Christmas is over. So that's my life at the moment. So people at home, if you're having a crap Christmas time, let us know in the comments. Absolutely. Oh, Revolut just messaged me. A limited edition flag. Okay, never mind. So what's happening recently? What's happening in my life? I was in the country recently. I was in the country during lockdown. Yeah, it's the country, you know, you forget what it's like, but it's interesting, you know. It's very quiet. I've got very discreet neighbors, especially when they're gossiping about me, you know, saying crap behind my back. Because in the countryside, gossip is gold. People live off that stuff, and they'll do anything to get some dirt on you, right? We had a break-in recently, and they broke in. They didn't take anything. They just wanted to see what was wrong with the house. They were like, oh, the kitchen's clean, the toilet spotless. Oh, the floorboards, haha, filthy. I'm gonna tell everyone in the village. So yeah, I moved to Dublin. It's good to be back in Dublin. I highly recommend if anyone's in Dublin and they don't know what to do or they want to go out for Christmas, you have to go see the Wax Museum. If you've ever wondered what celebrities look like after a house fire, okay, they look very flaccid. You know, Hitler is a little bit more camp than concentrate. There we go. That's my bit. We're already getting people in. Hey, dear, great to have you. Right, let's meet the comedians. We've got Allie, we've got Georgia, we got Rob, we got Cian. How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Sherlock. Yeah.
Yeah, can we have a moment to appreciate collectively how shit we're all doing right there? It was like comedy show, happiness. Yeah, we're
a moment of silence after that. That was it.
Well, I think the thing about being a comedian is you can be miserable.
Oh, I think that's a prerequisite, isn't it?
Yeah, you can be fucking.
I think that's necessary.
You can be depressed and make a living, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Surprisingly,
you know, someone who it's like Eeyore, you know, gives so much to the world, but he's just miserable inside.
Oh, that's an awful thought. I always thought Eeyore was Eeyore always depressed?
Yeah, they'd be like, "How are you, Eeyore?" I'd be like, "Well, I was better yesterday." You know, he was just so down.
Yeah, I actually saw you at the Fringe once. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was not going well.
Was he flyer?
He's not a good flyer.
Nobody knew what the show was about.
Yeah.
I heard he was trying to carry that
started a podcast because I think.
Oh, sorry. What was that, Ali?
Oh no, George can go. I just had a bad one-liner.
What was
yeah,
that,
I think there's just a bit of a delay on my end. I said, and then Winnie the Pooh and Piglet started a podcast because they think their conversations are just so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, what do you think, Piglet? Don't know. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Love a good Winnie the Pooh impression. So we're gonna start with our first comedian. It is Allie O'Rourke. She's even got her own background.
Narcissism.
We made some nice branding there.
Just in case you feel me. Oh, do I do my comedy now? Is this how this works?
No. We have to chat now.
We have to talk. Do I have to talk? Okay.
Listen,
fine. Can we have a moment?
Dia snuck out of work early. and I can hear myself in the background.
Can I just point out that Dea is a teacher in Florida? Did you just sneak out and leave a classroom full of kids there, just sitting there? Dude, I kind of fear for it. Like,
Fuck 'em.
Just fuck up.
just
Figuratively speaking, Cian.
yeah. She's from a Trump voting place, so like fuck those kids.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're going to grow up to be, Trump supporters anyway,
They also released an album recently. You should go check that out at some stage.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna plug somebody else's merch and artwork on the show instead of plugging art.
Hang on. So, did you just put on a movie and you're like, yeah, it's fine. What film did you put on?
Do you remember do you remember the movies they had in I went to a rural primary school. Like that always surprises people. I don't know why. Like the place I came from literally translates to bog. But I remember the movie. Yeah. But do you remember the movies they put on in rural primary schools? They had like farm safety movies. Do you any of you guys ever see that? Yes, Jack's with me.
I remember being traumatized by those. Yeah.
Do you remember the one with Biddy from Glenroe? For non-Irish listeners, Biddy is Glenroe is like this Irish soap that's iconic, set on a farm. It's real weird. But they got the guy from that to come on and do a farm safety video. And there's just footage of children playing on top of hail bays in a shed. And they're just like, lapping and lapping and lapping and lapping. It's all a bit of crack. And then one of the children falls off and you just hear Biddy from Glenroe, the voice of your childhood, go, a crack in the neck.
No. That sounds awful.
So when did they play the serious video?
This is a serious video. And then they have Blackie like grabbing the townie cousin in off the silage pit. And then he'd be like, "You're gonna kill you stone dead." And he picks up a bag full of stones and just throws it in and it falls into the slurry pit and sinks to the bottom.
I remember the slurry pit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary shit. It was back in the day when the idea was just to fucking frighten everybody so they wouldn't do stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
It's valid to try and frighten people out of drowning in their own shit. I don't think that's like Catholic Ireland taking them too far.
What?
Drowning shit.
Taking that right away from us.
It's not even our own shit though. Sorry,
shit.
There was like some Irish boy band that like did a water safety video that was like, "You'll never be stronger than the water." I forget who it was. Wasn't Boyzone? Was it Boyzone? It was really cool.
That sounds like some druidic shit, like right there. Like you'll never be stronger than the water. The trees will grow taller.
That sounds like a boy band song. Like, you'll never be stronger than the water now. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, I brought us off on a random tangent. I was talking with Cian earlier. I was like, the last time I was on, me and Blahin just railroaded this show with our bullshit. And I'm sorry, I'm doing it again.
Absolutely. I'll have to ban you.
Speaking of bullshit, Cian, it's not your own shit. That's not what a slurry pit is. It's literally hundreds of cows shit for a year in a concrete tub. That's what you die in. Can you think of a worse death?
That is pretty bad.
Pretty embarrassing.
I'm sure there's some slurry pits that contain human feces. I mean, it's not like specifically, for cows. I'm sure some people choose.
I bet the farmers like the loo is back in the house. No one's looking. They're rural dwellers after all. You just don't know those people. No one knows what's happening out in those fields.
How do they teach the cows to shit in the one place?
Yeah.
Like they put sawdust. They try to train them, Hi, come here.
Okay.
Try to train like a puppy.
I see.
I thought you were talking to me there. You're like, okay, back on focus.
But seriously, back on focus. So I forget why we went on a tangent, but you grew up in Athlone.
Yeah.
Was that the last thing you said?
So far you got,
yeah.
That's how far we got. I grew up in Athlone. That is the interesting thing about me.
And your school was the translation of a bog.
Yeah. Well, no, the townland I grew up in translate to bog. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I also rather grimly used to play in a field as a child, which we later found out was where they buried unbaptized children. So Allie O'Rourke literally danced on the graves of children.
But not on purpose.
Trans. That's some devil work right there.
So it's not like you did it like, kids died, here, let's dance. You didn't know.
Yeah.
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 Don't cancel me for dancing on the graves of children, okay?
As long as it wasn't on purpose.
It wasn't on
Took a
purpose.
while to know.
People die all the time,
No.
Yeah. Just a quick disclaimer.
Yeah.
It wasn't on purpose. Anyway, moving on.
Do you have any more questions? Please save me from it.
Great.
Do you like Christmas?
I used to love Christmas. Christmas is great. I got 3 kids that are like perfect Santa age. Like, they're like 7, 5, and 3, so they're like all well into it. Like, it's weird. Like, they're really obsessed with Santa, but at the same time, during the week, I was driving with my oldest in the car, and he was like, "Do you believe in God?" And I was just like, "Oh shit, no! This is one of those big parenting moments. Don't fuck it up." And I was like, "Do you believe in God?" He was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, so
Fair.
You don't believe in God, but you believe in fairies, the Tooth Fairy, and Santa. Okay, right, grand. I'm glad you got your priorities straight."
Right. I can agree with those ones.
Yeah, those ones give me shit. Yeah. Did you ever notice how weird that is with kids nowadays? Like, I don't know about you again, rural Ireland shit. Like, did you ever grow up like being like, don't invite the fairies into your home, don't bring the little folk, don't give shit. We're fucking literally selling one of the most popular Irish toys of all time now is fairy doors, little tiny doors for fairies to live in, and we're fucking giving them our children to put in their bedrooms. Like, sorry,
that's like giving kids wooden spoons. Yeah. No.
Like, instead of Barbie, you just have your own like wooden spoon set.
Yeah.
You'd see it and you'd be yeah. I'm petrified of them.
So
I'll get the wooden spoon after you.
Yeah. So to recap, I'm from,
at least God, what can he give? Nothing really.
No,
Santa, presents.
Yeah. Just
not eternal salvation.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I feel like I've just got cancelled by the Christian, right? Like talking about like dancing on dead babies, growing up in bogs, cow shit. I mocked Miley from Glenroe. That's never for Catholic Ireland. That's never a good move. Yeah. So guys, it's been nice working with you, and sorry.
It's like
I hope I don't drag you down with mine in this appearance.
I hope so.
Yeah, we still want those lucrative parish gigs.
Absolutely. The priest comes out and goes, "No, this Cian fella's great. He tells some great jokes about the GAA."
What's the deal with Jesus?
Yeah.
I don't have like a good 5 minutes on the GAA or a good 5 minutes on Catholic Church at all. No. And also I just realized how hacky for an Irish comedian that is to actually have material about GAA or the church.
Well, I find as well, when we were gigging, you'd go to Battle of the Axe and you'd be like, "Any Irish in?" And they'd all be American or German.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, "Oh, my whole set's about Ireland. Fuck it." Oh well.
What university? What's that?
You're going to learn a lot tonight about the country you're in. Get away from Temple Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So, Ali, are you ready to hit the stage? Do some.
Yeah.
Do you remember that thing called comedy?
No, but we're going to try it anyways. Let's go. I literally don't know what I'm going to talk about. I have a bunch of different like words just in front of me here, and I'm going to talk about them and see what comes out. Okay.
When you say words, like, do you mean just say Allie O'Rourke?
Yeah,
that's what we see.
Well, I am quite narcissistic. The set is about me, so yeah.
Okay, we're going to see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Allie O'Rourke.
Hey, I'm Allie O'Rourke. As we previously discussed, I am from Athlone, except I'm trans. Oh fuck! I fucked up my opening joke. I'm Athlone to the bone, except I'm trans. So I'm trying to lose the bone. Yay! It's been that long, guys. That's gone. That's the trans stuff out of the way. We don't have to talk about that for a while now. Yeah, grand. That's addressed. Fine. Okay. Stop talking about it, TERFs. We want it to go away too. Yeah. So yeah. Where are we go? Oh yeah, I started skateboarding during lockdown. Yeah. Woo! Yay, I haven't broke anything this time. I'm not very good at it. And I figured out the main reason for it is because I lack commitment, which for a single queer woman in her early 30s is quite surprising. Yay! I can't really say the same for the guys, you know. Well, actually, no, the guys, they fucking hate kids. Like, even more, like, they do the exact same thing that any 20-year-old guy does when they find an unwanted child in their way. They kill it. Yeah, so skateboarding, you meet weird characters, you get lots of weird abuse, you know, some of the funniest transphobic abuse I've ever gotten has been in a skate park. You know, you just be skating along and then some owl fella who's just sitting there for no apparent reason will just shout out, "Would you look at that whore of a young fella?" Or some like kid will, like the younger kids, they're a bit better, you know, and a young fella like 15, 16 just shout out, "Here, young one, what's your gender?" I was skateboarding one day by myself in the skate park, and I was in the ramps in the bowl, the ramp, and the half pipe. I had my earphones in, and I was skating. You know, I was going up and down and up and down, and I looked up, and I was really freaked out. It was just like 30 children standing around the top of the ramp, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then I realized they were chanting something, so I took out my earphones, and they're all just chanting, "It's got oranges for tits. It's got oranges."
What?
Yeah, it's like an inner city Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
I actually did. I thought I was going to get beaten up one time at a skate park, but the young fella that came up to me was like, "Here, before I hit you, are you a fella or a girl?" And I was like, I'm a girl. And he was like, "Fine, I don't hit women," and just walked off. Okay, I went a bit dark pretty quick, apparently. You know, you've been there skateboarding, and you have the weirdest conversations, like as previously discussed. But like, I was there one day, I was about to drop in on the half pipe, and just as I swear to God, as my toes were about to touch the board and do practically pretty much something that could kill me, just had this 18-year-old guy with a dodgy mustache just go, "What do you think of trans women playing sport?" I just fell over. I had more about that, but I'm going to move on. Skateboarding. What else can I tell you about skateboarding? Skateboard tricks. They have dodgy names. Like, I was there skateboarding one day, and somebody was like, somebody just said something about skating tranny. And I was just like, what me? And I was like, oh, no, that's what they call skateboarding transition. And I started thinking about it. There's more. Like, there's a trick called the Chinese nollie. And I was like, what's that mean? It's where you nollie, like make the board go in the air by going over a crack. And I was just like, oh, that's like a joke Prince Philip would make. There's a trick, my personal favorite, called the sex change, which, let's face it, is the only one I can afford this year. Okay. I'm going to leave on some Athlone stories. Will I leave an Athlone story?
Yeah.
Skatebird. Somebody's giving me a shout out. Weaver local. I don't know who that is, but shout out to you. When I was 8, my grandfather bought me a dog without telling my parents first. So I came home with this tiny little Jack Russell called Whacker. Which I mean, horrible. Oh, hey, Harry. Horrible name for a dog. But we were always like, man, that Jack Russell's really calm, especially when you compare it to his brother, who my grandfather owned. That dog, who's called Goofy. I walked up the garden one day to say hi to Goofy. I was obsessed with this dog. I walked up to say hi. I started petting him. He bit me in the hand. He jumped up, took a chunk out of my school jumper, and as I ran away, he bit me in the ass. It was like some kind of fucking 1950s cartoon. But like, no. Goofy, we were like, Whacker's really calm compared to Goofy. We didn't know what was going on. So one weekend, he went nuts and bit 5 people. So we had to give him away. I was devastated. And, it was like the most traumatic thing that happened in my childhood, which is saying something considering I grew up in Athlone. But years later, my grandfather, we were just hanging out chatting. And like, this is when I'm 18, and he just goes, "Oh, it's terrible what happened to that dog Whacker." And I was just like, "What?" It was like, "What do you mean?" It was like, "We gave him away. Yeah, it was horrible." It was like, No. What happened to Whacker? And I was like, "What happened to Whacker?" It was like, "Oh, remember the old man who gave him to him? Yeah, he was sitting one day reading his newspaper with all the doors and windows locked. Whacker was sitting beside him, and he looked up, and Whacker was gone. Whacker had somehow fucking Houdini'd himself out of the house, ran out into the street, and ran under an 18 fucking wheeler."
Oh my God.
And on that misery, thank you. I've been Allie O'Rourke.
Allie O'Rourke, everyone. Woo! Oh, and Whacker was a Jack Russell.
Yeah, of course he's a Jack Russell. Jack Russells are psychotic,
Well, we just got a puppy who's a Jack Russell, and he's crazy.
Yeah, good luck to you. They're bred to kill rats, which is perfect.
Which is perfect.
There's rats around here.
But at the moment, like, he's a great dog. He's brilliant. But my God, when he gets really excited, he just starts like biting everybody, and we're like, "Robin, stop biting us. Show us love." Absolutely.
Yeah. They're actually the species that bites to most people, but for some reason they get away with it because they're like ickle and cute.
Like, it's not like a proper bite. He's kind of playing, but it's still sore. Yeah. That's interesting.
Wait until your 8-year-old's running down the garden with him attached to his ass, and we'll talk about it.
Bad dog. I'll train the bite now. I've got farmer techniques and a stick.
Hidden away.
From the West. Right, so we're going to move on to our next comedian. It is Cian Jordan.
Hi.
Do you know why I struck with my Mayo voice? How are you doing, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You seem happier since I saw you last on the show.
No, there's been a little bit of a whoo, I've got my finances in order. I got all my savings together. I started investing in stocks.
Okay. Wolf of Wall Street style, is it?
Wolf of Wall Street style, man. I've put a couple of grand in, and so far I've made $3 profit.
Nice.
The pints are on me.
Of water?
Yeah, a glass of clear. It'll see you through.
What are you having? It better be free.
So now it's good.
Life is good now.
Fuck.
What? You lost it all.
It's gone.
No more pints.
That's your luck. You don't need money, really, do you?
No. Who needs money when I have Jack McKenna, Allie O'Rourke, Rob, and I've never met Georgia before, but I'm sure she's fine.
Wait, you only have us for an hour, or more like half an hour now. Like, don't get too attached.
Okay. I'll
I'll never leave you
somehow.
George said she'll never leave you. You have that.
That's
nice to see you every week, once a week. So
yes. Ali is actually currently obliged to see me once a week because we're working on a show together. Not that you would know from her set.
And her doctor Oh, sorry, your doctor told her. Please tell me you don't have dog jokes as well.
No.
I feel like a child for not doing our homework.
The whole show is about old dogs from your childhood that passed away. Like, we had this dog.
Babies.
All
It's
dogs,
art, man.
heaven. All dogs. Yeah.
God, I gotta rewrite my set. Fuck.
Next time we're all in gestures, it'll be like, so my dog, my ex-dog.
You'll never guess my dog did to me.
Yeah. Is your oh yeah, so your guys are writing a show. Ali, why didn't you say that? That's really cool.
So in dog news, my dog did recently have a stroke. I haven't written any jokes about it, but it keeps the theme in.
Okay.
So
nice.
That's not a major part of the show yet, but we're not finished.
Yes. Yeah, it's the big word there. And are you guys planning to bring it to Edinburgh?
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see with this virus.
We'll see if comedy exists.
Yeah.
Which,
No, like-
according to young Harry Wood in the chat, it doesn't.
Yeah, Jesus is the comedy. Yeah, he is a joke. Like the real cancel culture of comedy was COVID. Who knew?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that's cool. So are you guys doing like half an hour?
No.
No, it's kind of mixed up, kind of integrated stuff.
I like that actually.
Yeah.
It's got weird. We can't give you any exclusives, man. You've already gotten all the exclusives you've gotten. Like,
Afraid not. Yeah, we got to keep it.
Can I get any hints? Can you guys give me anything to tell the
it's
press?
Well, I'm going to be in and out of it from my set, so yeah, you're going to get a hint there, because we need to. I need to test the material somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but it's going to be abstract and strange. You won't
I like it,
understand, which is a great setup for a set. But yeah, no. Apart from that, no. What is existence? It's constantly sitting in this exact chair.
What is it?
There are people in the laptop, and sometimes there aren't. And that's it.
Hang on, this guy's getting involved. He says, buffering, hurry up now. 4 people are waiting. I think he means you. You need to tell us about your show. 4 people.
4 people
waiting.
are waiting. Okay. Well, I mean,
He had a
I
dollar
don't know
sign.
who for 8.
And he
Yeah,
had a dollar sign, yeah.
Yeah, that could be one of Cian's traders or something, trying to get in contact.
no, I literally know who that kid is, and he knows who I am. And the next time I see him in the skate park, he will be getting one of those aforementioned sex changes with my skateboard if he doesn't shh.
Hang on, you know that he's one of those skater dudes?
He's one of those skater kids.
Those skater kids, man. Right, fair enough.
Who
Sorry
knew
for
he'd have a
bombing-
heckler?
Yeah, sorry for bombing the stream. At least he's apologized. It's all right. It's all right. Schweppes. Yeah.
It's a real
anyway,
cool name.
it is cool. It's real. Like, hey, what's your name? Schweppes.
Yeah. Got a bit of fizz in me.
Oh yeah. Do you get involved? Ali, you giving out sex changes?
Yeah, backyard sex changes with a skateboard. Always a good sign.
Fair. So any other news, Cian? How's your Christmas? Do you like Christmas?
Well, I don't know really. It is what it is.
Remember we mentioned Eeyore?
Remember we mentioned Eeyore? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go back to that? That was.
I was like, do you like Eeyore?
I always identified with him somewhat, because his tail doesn't go on properly either. That doesn't make sense. I'm having one of those. Can you tell I haven't spoken to anyone in 4 fucking days?
Really? What have you been doing?
I've already told you I've been sitting in this chair and then going to sleep and then waking up and sitting in this chair. It's been lots of fun.
Are you going to work?
I'm going to work, but again, that's very chair-based right now.
A lot of chair action.
A lot of chair action. The chair is getting an awful lot of action, bless it. And I'm grateful for it. Grateful for the small things.
I'm glad to hear. Right, Cian, are you ready to show some of your show? I mean, do some of your
Sure. Sure, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cian Jordan, everyone. Woo!
Thank you. And to you, and give it back, and thank you. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good to be online again. So it's just going to be a short one because lots of this stuff doesn't make sense yet. But I'm going to be talking about design, which is something that we don't look at very much. Like, I'm a designer, it's my job. It's what I do in this chair. A lot of people don't know what design is. So what is design? I'll tell you one thing. It's not art. It's different. It's not. When I'm designing, I'm not building a series of translucent cubes that some rich arsehole can stick in a gallery as part of some elaborate tax avoidance scheme for Luxembourg accounts. That's not my job. I want to make that clear. Neither is it crafts. It's not like when you come home from school and you have a little bauble with your mom's name on it, and now we have to put that on the fucking tree this year. That's not what it is. What it is kind of a whole process that we use to build a product or build a service that takes a big cunt of a problem and turns it into a little bitch of a problem. Do you know what I mean? That's the important thing. I gotta laugh. Jesus Christ. Yes. And beyond that now, I probably should have... All of the other stuff I've written genuinely is back and forths between me and Allie. And she hasn't read them yet. So I can either read both halves of the back and forths, which I think would be terrible, and
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Can you impersonate me?
Oh, I can laugh at my own jokes. I can do that for half of my set, but I can't get your accent.
Okay. Do you want me to try guess your responses, or are you gonna do back and forth?
No. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? This could be fun. We could actually see what our back and forth chops are. Because the way I've this written is quite elegant, but if you can fill in the gaps, that'd be better. Okay, so one of the reasons why we're in this mess, pick your favorite, because in the design world, there's a bit too much ivory in the tower. Keen's bit, and then Ali says,
or some tower in the ivory.
Write it down. Too much stock in the portfolio. Too much middle in the class. Oh, this is good.
Wow.
And then, oh yeah, okay. You're not helping me much.
Yeah, okay, you just do your set, bro. Because I'm
It's your fault that it's going badly.
I don't know what's happened.
No, we've lost the thread of reality here. And not in a good way. I really should have just done material I knew was good. That was my mistake. It's time for all of you to learn from it. I surrender my time.
Oh no!
We give up. Genuinely, I do. Thank you. People.
Is it okay? Are you finished, Cian?
I am genuinely, yes.
Cian Jordan, everyone.
Yeah.
Could you write a set about you failing to write a set or failing to do comedy? Because that could be funny.
Or maybe I just did.
Yeah, I think you'd be like, I don't know, come on stage and messing everything up. Like a comedian. I don't know, just throwing ideas out there. Edinburgh 2022. Okay, so
Big
we're
man.
gonna move on to our next comedian. She's probably the most festive comedian we have. It is Georgia, all the way from Cork. How are you getting on?
Yep.
You,
Do you know what? I thought I was doing bad, and then I heard Cian, and I'm like, do you know what? I think I'm grand. I think I've
Birds on
had
this
like
show
a
tonight.
relatively good day.
Cian, are you gonna take that?
Well, no,
Oh,
well,
it's not like a roast. It's just like I feel like you're down here, but I thought I was here, but like I'm actually here. But you're like
and
mood wise.
roast, yes.
It's not a roast. I'm just saying. I feel like you're very down in the dumps, and I thought I was there, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
She's not as
Yeah.
depressed as you are.
You
So depressed that it makes other people want to live.
Yeah.
Georgia,
Exactly.
That's what any comedian wants out of their
This is-
set.
This is Cian on a good day.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
it very
see,
together.
so
Yeah, you
that
get
made me
used
feel a
to.
lot better.
You get used to Eeyore. You get used to Cian. Brian's getting involved. He's doing a happy face.
Also, I've never seen anyone get heckled via emoji, so that was kind of soul crushing. That was
Brian, that was very good.
Let's dwell on this. Make Cian feel even better.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, he does good. He does good. It's all part of the act, right,
Yeah.
Cian?
If you keep telling them that,
Yes.
it might seem like
Maybe you need to see a doctor.
maybe.
I'm worried.
Yeah, it's not great over here. I'll tell you that.
I'm worried. Anyway, moving on. Back to Georgia. Georgia, you're in Cork. How's your lockdown been? How's your Christmas?
Do you know what? Okay, so I was in a house, and then a family of rats decided to move in, and that made lockdown a lot worse. So
A family of rats.
yeah,
So
and they
much
weren't
animals
paying
on
rent.
this show.
And they were just kind of, using the kitchen all the time, and they kept me up late at night because they were banging on the walls and shit. So had to get out of there.
Were they aggressive?
Do you know what? I'd say they were antisocial. Is the word I would use.
Okay, yeah, I like the PC-ness of it.
Yeah, and you're only allowed to have you weren't supposed to have anyone over in lockdown. They were bringing fecking everyone in anywhere, I'd say. So
And
that made me uncomfortable.
All these rats were in your
Yeah.
house. You need a Jack Russell.
Disgusting. Honestly, you were talking about Jack Russell earlier. I was like, yeah, we should invest in a Jack Russell.
Yeah. Well, our one's too
Jack
small.
Russell stock.
He's only a baby, so he'd be killed by a rat, And then it would get really ugly. It'd turn into some other gang war. You'd be like, I shall have my revenge. Yeah. Proper Romeo and Juliet shit. Start shooting the walls. Get rid of these rats. Right, so were you sharing a house?
Yeah. And I was like the only one who was concerned. So then I was like, you can share the house with the rats. I'm gonna go.
Were you sharing the house with a bunch of lads?
I wasn't actually.
Right.
This time. I used to share a house with a bunch of lads, and we only had mics. So I wonder what that means.
Maybe the rats were attracted to the girls.
Maybe. There must be some studies done. I don't know.
These horny
But yeah,
rats
it's definitely not me attracting rodents everywhere I go, hopefully. Because that could also be it.
Fingers crossed it isn't you. I'm gonna light a candle. I'm gonna light a candle for you all.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
The rat queen.
This is more like a therapy show than a comedy show. Dee's gonna evolve. She says it sounds like you're moving up. Yeah. Yes.
Do you think I could reach the level of Snow White where I can just train the rats to do the dishes and sew my clothes and shit?
As you're singing. Was it not Cinderella who had all the mice and the rats?
Oh, yeah. See, God, I'm so embarrassed.
Get her involved as well.
Yeah, you should be embarrassed about that and not having rats in your house.
Yeah, wow. Right. Well, at least you're out of that house. Unless, like, I don't know, a rat got into your bag and got out. I'm just
And that's like the start of another Disney movie.
Yeah. Rats in the house. Part 2.
Wasn't there? Oh, it was Ratatouille. That was a film with a rat in it, and he made food. Like, what was that about?
If it's Ratatouille, does that not make Georgia the bad guy, the villain? Is Georgia a Disney villain? Like those rats are just trying to achieve their dreams, and Georgia's out here trying to kill them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Of being a crook.
It could be bats next. Hopefully not. After Corona.
yes. Honestly.
So moving on from the rats, anything else? Anything positive going on?
Hard no.
Hard no. Right. Nothing positive. Any Christmas stories? No. Cork. What's Cork like this time of year? Angry.
Takeaway pints are very big. Which, instead of getting coronavirus, you just get a regular flu from being out in the cold drinking your takeaway pint.
Fair.
Yeah, so I don't know who came up with that one.
Waiting with your friend who smokes.
Oh my God, stop. I was talking to one of my buddies was on to me and they were like, what do you make of the vaccine? Like, I've heard all this stuff about it. And I'm like, girl, if we can go back to regular society, like, give me that vaccine. And then they were like, I heard it attacks your lungs and it's bad for your lungs and like you get really sick. And I was like, you smoke and you're worried about your lungs from a vaccine.
You're smoking, you're inhaling tobacco and you're afraid about this vaccine. Dee is taunting us with the rats. She's like, woo.
I just feel guilty now. I feel like I'm the villain.
I heard the best tweet. I read the best tweet and it said, my friend who used to drink other people's pints, leftover pints in pubs, is complaining about the vaccine.
Like, they don't need to worry. They're immune to, like, everything.
Yeah, fucking all the disease, all the rats' disease. Awful. Anyway, Georgia, are you ready to hit the stage?
Yeah, go on. So we'll chance it.
Go on. Yeah. Right. All the way from Cork. It is Georgia, everyone. Woo!
Yay! Okay, God. So these are my notes, everyone. Yeah, so Christmas is going to be different for all of us, I feel like. And whenever I watch films or whatever, I get really freaked out when people are in big groups and none of them are wearing masks. And like even when we were setting up the Christmas decorations, I was just making sure all the snowmen were like a safe distance from each other. And we were setting up the nativity scene, and it was like, okay, there's too many people inside. The wise men need to we need those 2 meters, okay? We can't have baby Jesus getting coronavirus, okay? There was a mask between them, okay? Negativity scene, not where was the COVID officer? I don't know. But yeah, I don't think like as much as we're all looking forward to Christmas, the idea of Christmas, I don't think it's going to be as special this year because like we're all at home. Relaxing all the time anyway, pretty much. So I've written a poem that I would like to share with everyone about a more magical day that I think is going to come soon, and it's going to be like as exciting as Christmas was, as it used to be. Okay, so if everyone can gather around the mental fire, and I'll read you guys this magical poem. So, it was the night before level 1, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even the puppy we got during lockdown because we thought it'd be a great idea. Sure, we were home all the time anyway, but now it has separation anxiety. The masks were all flung into the bin with care in hope the Pfizer vaccine would soon be here. The students were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of pints danced in their heads. Mama in her cheek, I can't pronounce that word. And me and my cat had just woken up from our midday post-Zoom meeting nap. When out on the lawn, there was such a clatter. I got up sluggishly, as I do now most days, to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I hobbled over, not in a rush, and peered out the net curtain, to see what was the fuss. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of pre-corona to objects below. When what my wandering eye below should see, but 10 visitors from up to 3 different households should I see. We sprang to the car and all gave a whistle, and away we flew down to the wet pond. I messed it up, but anyway, you get the point. We give up on that one. Can you tell I'm dyslexic, or was like that not obvious enough? Yeah, so as well as, you know, looking forward to go back to, you know, pubs or whatever, I think we're all excited about doing that. Would be, you know, live gigging again. I think, you know, all the comedians are looking forward to just being in a proper room soon enough. And, you know, but I think especially like Rascal Comedy, I think really embraced, you know, the idea of technology and online stuff. And you know what? I thought all the comedians were safe because, you know, it's an artistic job and robots can't do, you know, artistic jobs. But then I found out that your Google can tell you jokes, so nobody's fucking safe. Like, watch this.
Oh my god.
Okay, Google, can you tell me a joke?
What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener.
Boo.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but that was funnier than anything I've ever written. So that's all I got, guys.
George, everyone.
Woo.
The problem with that Google joke is that it laughed at its own jokes. It was like, I'm not opener. You know. No way. I accept it. Harry's getting involved here, right? So remember the cool skater guy? You find out his name is Schweppe. You find out his name is Harry Wood, right? Had to hop on Facebook since you're all ignoring me on YouTube. Jesus, Harry really wants to get involved.
Can we send him a link?
He's also revealed his real identity.
I mean, we could. I'm going to be very honest, right? My housemates just rang me. He is locked outside. I'm gonna go. I'll be back in a minute.
Would you not put Ron on first?
This is like when the teacher
Yeah, this
goes
is
to
when
the toilet or something.
you can just put him on.
This is like talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, Harry would just point out Ali laughs at her own jokes. Yeah, me and Keane had a mentorship meeting with like some big producers in the UK, and it literally was their one note about my stand-up was stop laughing at your own jokes. And I can't, I'm just so funny. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Harry. So Rob, how's your weekend? We haven't heard from you at all. You kind of.
Is this like the kind of the middle period? Like, are we supposed to be talking now? We're still live, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're here in silence.
Like so, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
I think we're back.
I couldn't
There's a
leave the
weird
house.
purgatory moment there.
Couldn't leave the housemate outside in the cold.
Purgatory.
I had to laugh. He had all his shopping as well, like the bread and the milk. You know.
Wow.
Had to be done. Anyway, we're going to move on to our last comic, our headliner tonight. It is Rob. Oh, Harry's been involved already. Rob is going to be great. Great. Rob, how are you doing?
I'm very well. Very well. I'm not depressed at all.
I think I've gotten all the sad comedians on.
I said I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
Rub it
You
in,
sounded very-
buddy.
That
you sounded
sounds like
very
something a
sarcastic.
press person would say.
You were like,
I'm incredibly well.
I'm not
It's
suppressed.
okay not to be okay. It's fine.
I'm great. Not suppressed in any way.
No.
Suppressed or depressed.
No, I don't. I didn't take an overdose of antidepressants this morning, or anything like that, or anything vaguely similar.
I actually saw Rob in Arnott's last week, Christmas shopping.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, walking into one of the like posher shops in Ireland. Far from Arnott's you were raised.
Am I not allowed in there?
No.
Sure, what's he got to be depressed about?
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not depressed. I got some nice fun.
As a rake of money.
And I actually do you remember, Jack, when I met you upstairs and I said, oh, how are you getting on? I think I said, are you in the smells department? And you corrected me.
I am.
You said,
not smells.
Yeah.
Smelly liquid.
What's it called? Smelly liquid. Fragrances, though.
It's the fragrances.
Fragrances.
Fragrances is the posh way to pronounce it. Yes. That's right.
But yeah, I'm glad you corrected me, though. I would have been walking around Thomas calling it the smells like an idiot.
Like a pleb.
Yeah, imagine that. Can you direct me to the smells department, please? Everyone's like,
where are you from, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd be like, no, I'm not.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. So besides, no problem, mate. I always have your back when it comes to snobbery.
I'm glad.
So how have you been, man? Like, I haven't seen you since live shows.
Yeah, I've been generally well. It's hard. I think some of the guys said it. It's hard waking up, rolling out of bed, and working from the same place that you live, and eating there, and generally living there, and trying to have a life at the same time. That's it's not how humans are supposed to exist, I don't think.
No. So you work from home?
But I'm working from home. From this very position, I don't leave this chair like Cian. Actually, I'm kind
of Cian, yeah.
Just constantly in this chair.
You're almost becoming part of the chair. Like it's got your ass shape. Your back.
I'm a chair person, you could say.
Yeah, you'll be doing a lot of sit down comedy.
No.
No.
No. I've actually not even tried to do online stuff. This is probably maybe the second online show I've done because I find it just unusual. But
it is
we're
weird.
having the crack.
We're trying. We're trying.
I'll try my best to bring some humor to this situation. More humor.
Obviously, it's not the ideal, but better than nothing.
No, absolutely. I don't know. It's just something that I don't naturally. It doesn't come to me naturally. So, but I'm trying.
Yeah. I bet like when everything gets back to normal, we'll be begging for gigs. You know, we'll be begging Chris for gestures and begging Tony for Battle of the Axe. Please, I'll do anything for 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It'd be pretty pathetic. It would be like drug fucking addicts or something.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
I need a fix
for attention.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're doing this. We're dying for it.
Like, I get the most desperate comedians on. Yeah, try to
I've got a nice balance of desperation and humor. So
yeah,
I just want to clarify that.
Well, that's the way you win as a comedian. You can be desperate and sad, but as long as we can laugh at you,
I'm about maybe max 20% desperation and 80% graft. Maybe there's a few percent of something else in there. I'm not quite sure yet, but
yeah, I think 20% desperation, 30% craft.
Thanks.
50%. Yeah, maybe loneliness.
Loneliness is definitely one.
Yeah.
Although Emily probably would hate me saying
that. Yeah, if you tell your significant other, I feel lonely in our relationship, it's not a good thing.
No. Yeah. But there's such a thing as being individually lonely. I mean, loneliness is not the kind of the bad thing that people make it out to be. I think there's a contemplative loneliness, which is nice and is necessary for being a comedian, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, like it's just you on stage.
Emily's gonna love that one, Rob.
No, but I get what he's coming from. It's just Emily doesn't.
It's necessary for it to be a comedian. I need to be inherently lonely and unhappy. Okay, you stay over here.
So I'll see you in a month.
No, it's hate you. I just need to be away from you so I can think.
Yeah.
You just make me so suppressed that I can't be funny. So I need some time.
Right. Who knew I'd bring the funny out of you guys? You're making now I'm depressed. Fuck me.
It's all kicking off.
Routine. It's Emily asked for his boyfriend.
Yeah. Woo. Oh my god. Well, no, but I get where you're coming from. Like, it's not like Emily isn't on stage with you. It's just Rob.
No, I thought we were having a discussion about being a comedian.
Yeah, and it just got personal.
Yeah,
Just Emily.
exactly.
And Emily
It's just, it's, it's just saying the theme of the roast tonight, but that's okay.
That's right. Yeah, no, I don't feel really lonely anymore. I feel like I've just suppressed that because I've been so lonely for so long. I don't need friends anymore. I just thought I'd say that.
Who needs
I'm joining the tone, guys. The depressed Eeyore tone. So Rob, let's moving on. So how's your Christmas going? Do you have all your shopping done?
Yeah, I've all of Emily's gifts bought, so
That's all you're buying for?
No, I do. I'm actually on point this year. I've actually got my shit together, and I've pretty much everything done. I didn't buy that much in Brown Thomas, so I don't have that much money.
I better not see you in Brown Thomas on Christmas Eve.
I promise I will never be stepping foot in Brown Thomas ever again.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same. That's when all the boyfriends come out to shop on Christmas Eve. They're like, I need a gift. Oh, anything.
Yeah, there must be like a candle section. It's like the lonely or the desperate son section, the candle section in Brown Thomas.
Yeah, that's upstairs, third floor.
Yeah. Okay. No, thank you.
Yeah. What candle? How desperate do you want your candle to smell like?
Definitely not last minute gift thoughts.
Good.
Anyway. So, what's that?
That's cedar wood and amber.
That's pretty desperate.
That is.
That sounds like a man candle.
It is.
Cedar wood is.
Yeah.
Cedar wood is definitely one that's like I put no thought into this whatsoever.
You think so? I like amber.
Did you buy that for yourself?
That was more for me.
Okay.
When the girlfriend,
He's fairly lonely as a comedian, so nobody's buying him gifts.
when my girlfriend comes over, I'm like, oh shit! That's the only time I do any cleaning up. Like, fuck, she's coming over. I need to make the place nice. Like the candle, boom. She's getting involved. She said the candle section is part of the smell section.
Yes.
Solid smells. Solid smells.
I like that.
It's the smell section. And then Dia's saying as well, isn't that another Elvis song? Sorry, that's I'm so lonely I can cry. Heartbreak Hotel. Right. Anyway, Rob, are you ready to get on stage and headline?
I'm absolutely.
Okay. No hint of sarcasm. All right. No hint. Ladies and gentlemen, our final act tonight. Give it up for the one, the wonderful. It's Emily's boyfriend. It's Rob Flynn, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please restrain yourselves. No, thanks, Jack, for having me on. It's great to be here. Lockdown has been pretty hard on everyone, but it's been particularly hard because I hadn't seen my parents in a year. But I've been lucky. I recently got back to see them. But it was actually quite tough because I'm from Tipperary, and there's an extra emphasis there on engaging with and playing the local sport, which you probably know, gossiping. So yes, a cruel, dangerous sport. Like I've seen little old ladies on supermarket aisles do their backs in from gossiping so much. It's that serious of a sport. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things as well, like where people say that if your ear is burning, someone is talking about you. So you can know that. And if two ears are burning, two people are talking about you. And if your genitals are burning, the whole town is talking about you. So, there's nice tips and tricks like that to get by. But when I went home as well, actually, I brought my bike because I bought one during lockdown because I'm having a quarter-life crisis, as you do. And my dad actually is having a midlife crisis because he bought a bike as well. So when I got home, he suggested to me that we do the local Greenway cycle. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, sure, why not? So we decided a date, time, that was sorted. Perfect. So I was sitting in the sitting room maybe a couple hours later, and I feel this kind of buzz in my pocket, a notification on my phone. Take it out, look at it. What is it? It's an email. Open the email. What's in the email? It's an invite, an e-invite to the event. I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, why did you send me this e-invite when we'd already this? Isn't it like a bit pointless? I'm like, how do I even respond to this now? Like, do I say yes? Maybe? No. So like, I didn't know what to do at the time. So I just drafted a response to him, which I'd like to read out, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So I said, "Hi, Dad." Dad in inverted commas. Thanks for your email. Hope you're keeping well since the last time we spoke. It's great to see older people are still getting out and about and keeping active, considering all that's going on, which is one of my favorite phrases, by the way, all that's going on. Magnificent. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the meeting at the time specified due to a prior engagement. However, if you would be so kind as to send me on the minutes of the meeting, I will gladly look at them over at a time more suitable to me. Thanks again for both staying in touch and keeping me in mind. And do give my regards to my mother for me. Yours sincerely, Rob. And he responded immediately back to me saying, "You little bollocks, click yes." So that was my last number of weeks. Yeah, that's me.
Rob, Flynn, everyone. Woo! It's really, you had an exciting lockdown there, Rob.
Oh, it was thoroughly amazing.
I feel like lockdown has drained your soul.
No, I'm thoroughly replenished.
That's great. I'm so happy. Anyway, I'm going to steal the audience for a second. Hello, audience. How you doing? Thank you so much for watching the show. It's great that you're supporting Irish comedy. Fuck, sorry. I'm trying to get something up. Where is it? Here we go. So I've got a link here. Unfortunately, StreamYard isn't free. I've got to pay for all of this stuff. So if you want to send any tips, I'd really appreciate it. It'd be great. Just send like at least €100 each. That'd be so good. Okay, let's say goodbye to our comedians. We had Allie, we had Georgia, we had Rob, and we had Cian. You want to say goodbye, guys?
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone, look. PTSD. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.